All right, everyone. So we are starting Chapter 6, the Financial Services Unit. And this is going to be one unit you want to pay attention to because now, I don't know how many people tell me, oh, I wish they would teach banking and credit and financial stuff in high school. And guess what we do? Here it is. So you got to pay attention to this unit because it is going to be one of the most useful units that you are going to use throughout your life. So the very first section does go into more so banking and finance charges and different charges that you may get, fees and different fees that might occur on your bank account. And then the second unit is going to be on investments and how they calculate interest charges or interest rates and things like that. So those calculations for interest can be used both for investment, but they can also be transferred over and used in when you have debt, when you borrowed money as well. It's just kind of reversed. And we'll also go into a credit card and loans and different types of loans, I guess, like lines of credit, payday loan type places, those types of situations. So those are the main ideas here. So it's banking and their service charges, different accounts, services, things like that. Secondly is going to be on investments and different ways to calculate interest. And then thirdly, we will go into mainly focusing on credit card debt. And then in the fourth area, we are going to go over personal loans, lines of credit, and other financing options as well. In the end, please do talk to a banker, a financial advisor, and get some of that financial advice as well. But it is a good start because when you understand what we're doing here, you're going to be able to have more open and honest conversations where you can get value from your financial advisor. Alright, so very first section is 6.1, choosing an account. Like I was saying, there are different types of accounts offered by banks, and each bank has its own particular names for the accounts. They have different limits and fees and different things like that. So what I did, it depends if you've had this printed off or not, or if you're just looking at it from your phone, but I would suggest, if you can, printing off the back of the first page or page 280. This is kind of handy, or just have it easily accessible so you can look back at it. What it has is just an example that we're going to use of a particular bank. This one, not sure if you can see it very well, is Northwest Bank of Canada service packages. So when you go in and you talk to your banker, you're going to be given a few different options. As a student, you'll often be given a student either savings account or a student checking account, depending on what's available. And then as well as you mature or your life situation does change, you may want to consider different packages and things like that just based on how much you're using it. So if you're somebody that makes a lot of debit transactions or a lot of different transactions, you're probably going to want to go with a better account for that. Okay, so this one happens to have 4 different packages. It has the value account, the self-service account, the full service account, and the bonus savings account. You'll notice that the bonus saving has no fee, so it is free of charge. Most accounts do have some sort of a charge to them, and that's how banks make their money. With the bonus savings account, you only get 2 debit transactions free of charge. So the idea is you're supposed to be saving that money, so you're not taking money out of the account, and therefore that would be an okay account to get. However, and it also gives you a substantial charge if you do go over that 2 transactions. So self-service or teller assisted, it charges anything additional is $1.25, which is pretty high. So if you're just putting money in and you're not going to be doing anything with that account and taking money out of it, and you're just using it to save money, that's a good account to go with. Also at the very bottom here, you'll notice that it does have daily interest, so your balance will grow. It is the only account with that option. So if you're looking to take money out on a regular basis or use it at the store, savings accounts are not the way to go. So one of these other accounts might be a better option. There's a value account, which does have a monthly fee. It is a low monthly fee in comparison to some of these other ones. Most banks will waive the fee if you maintain a minimum balance within your account. So the way that banks work is when you have money in the account, it kind of adds to their value, and therefore they can loan money out to other people, and then they're able to make interest on loans that they've got. So you can always access and get your money in and out, but if you're somebody that's often keeping your money in the account at these rates, they will waive that fee for you because they're able to generate that means that they can do more loans for other people. And that's kind of a quick and simple and easy explanation for that. Then it's a matter of transactions. So transactions covered by monthly fees are checks, withdrawals, bill payments, debit purchases, transfers to other banks. So those are different transactions. There's 10 self-service, 25 self-service. So as the fee goes up, the amount of transactions you can do is going to also increase. I know some banks will do like unlimited transactions and things like that as well. So if you go over those amounts, they will give you a additional charge per transaction. Okay, and then if you go to other bank machines that are not Northwest Bank of Canada, they also charge you. And one thing to note here is even when you go into, say, the local gas station and they have one of those little bank machines in there, those are private bank machines, they will often charge you an additional charge to use that bank machine, $2-3 for the transaction. And therefore, those are not included in your self-service charges. And if you are already over those amounts, you will get double charged once by your bank and once by that machine. So using the little gas station, teller, ATM is not always the best thing for your finances. It is best to go to the ATM at your bank or the type of bank that you use. Alright, so I'm going to put that sheet aside because it is rather important that I can look back at it. And we are going to do some examples. I'm going to start by flipping my page over and going to example number 1. Okay, these are pretty quick, simple, but I will kind of run through them with you. Hopefully you can see that okay. Alright, so use the Northwest of Canada Service Package table on page 280. That was the one that I set aside here. And it says Frederick makes 2 direct deposits per month and pays 4 bills online. So 2 direct deposits, 4 bills online. Last month he also made 5 cash withdrawals and 10 debit purchases. So in total, if I add all of those up, he did 21 transactions. So with the value account, looking at that, he gets 10 self-service included, but then for every additional service or self-service that he uses, it's going to cost 50 cents. So he's going to be charged for the additional 11. So we're going to go 11 times 50 cents. And that's going to cost $5.50. Just like that. Now, self-service account, 21 transactions. Here's the self-service account. He is under the 25 self-service limit, so guess what he is going to pay? $0. How awesome is that? So likely it would probably be in his best interest, depending on, oh, that was one other thing I should mention, is there was no service fee because he maintained a balance of $1,500. So you'll notice that if you maintain $1,000, he did not have to pay the $390, and here he maintained $1,500, so he does not have to pay that $10.90. That's why it was $0. All right. Next question that I wanted to do for an example is question number 4. Just going to go through that real quick here with you. So you will find that on page 285. Looks like this. So it says fill in the balance column and calculate Mitra's balance at the end of the month, and she has a full service account. Alright, so at the very beginning, she has a bank account that has a balance of $1,798.53, and every time that they make a deposit, you are going to be adding that amount on. When you make a withdrawal, you are subtracting that amount. So, oh, look, direct deposit, probably got a paycheck. We are going to add that on to her previous balance. So we've got 3,000. I'm not going to do the dollar sign here just because for time's sake and to reduce your boredom in watching numbers on the screen. Okay, and then when I take away $200, well, then that balance is going to go down. And then again, I'm making another withdrawal of $63.97. And again, I go and I buy some clothes. So it does give you a little description there. Or this person goes and buys some clothes, $75.32. That also needs to be taken away. So now we're down to $28.91.77. Going to a movie, spending $24. So it goes down a little bit more. Oh, darn, there should be... There we go. Sorry about that. And then there's a hydro bill of $89.56. She has $27.77.71. Ah, but look, paid again, approximately the same amount she was paid the first time there. So we're going to add that into the account, giving $4,110.21. Moving on, now it's a bunch of withdrawals, so we'll just kind of subtract those as we go. 37, 34, 35. And then there's a loan payment there, pretty substantial amount. And you get the idea here, so we'll just fill in the rest of this. Keep taking away those amounts. And $25. Oh, I feel like I made a mistake somewhere along the line. because mine doesn't quite match up. Oh, right here. Darn. Okay. Should have been. So you get the idea. It does keep going down. In the end, we would have 279997. And those will get moved. Oopsies. So, not very nicely done. In the end, there are a couple other things to just consider. Does she have to pay the monthly fee? If this amount was never below $1,500, she should not have to pay that monthly fee. So her final balance is going to be the $2,799.97. So that's pretty straightforward type of question. And that is it for section 6.1. So I'll start a new video for your 6.2.